needs a holder. We saw the wind wreaking havoc on some folks pregame. Tom will have that story in a minute. This will be a touchback, and BC will start on the 25. Second career start for Castellanos. Started last week. They beat Holy Cross. Got a penalty marker down on the first play.
False start. Offense number 65. 5-yard penalty. First down.
And unfortunately for BC, that's been the story. I mean, 20 penalties in 2 games, and you get a penalty before the clock even starts to run today.
And as Jeff Hafley told us, it's the pre-snap and post-play penalties that has had him so frustrated. Not the way Jeff Hafley wants to start against this excellent Florida State team.
Kai Robichaux gets the carry and dives past the 20-yard line. Gain of about 3 on the play. Castellanos, a sophomore from Georgia. He was recruited by Florida State as an athlete and ended up going to UCF, where he played quarterback in 5 games. He came in week 1 on the 3rd series. And he stumbles here on 2nd down, but keeps his balance. Has a receiver open. Caught at the 40-yard line by Joseph Griffin into Florida State territory, all the way to the 42.
Play action pass, move the pocket, get Castellanos outside. Kind of stumbles, regains his momentum, and a wide open Joseph Griffin Jr.
He missed a wide open target, clearly more comfortable today.
Gain of 32, all the way to the 43. And now Ryan O'Keefe, they get the ball in his hands. Another transfer for BC from UCF as well. Greedy Vance on the takedown, but that's a good play. Gain of about 5 or 6.
O'Keefe's got excellent speed, Dave. He's a playmaker. He's really developed and tried to hone in on his skills as a wide receiver. Better route runner, better pure catcher of the football. But when you get the ball in his hands, look out. He's explosive.
So 2nd and 5 for BC, which is 0-17 at home lifetime against top 5 teams. That's the 2nd worst record ever. Vanderbilt is 0-27. The last win for BC against the top 5 team was at Notre Dame 21 years ago. Castellanos going to dump it off here again to O'Keefe. And he's wrapped up at about the 34-yard line by Jared Verse, Florida State star defensive lineman. He'll come up a yard short of the line to gain 3rd down.
Steve Shimko, the offensive coordinator, it's very clear. Get Castellanos outside the pocket. Another easy throw.
Big 3rd down. They get it. Robichaux inside the 30. That improved offensive line for BC opened up a hole there for the young back Kai Robichaux.
Drew Kendall, excellent job there at the point at center, the right guard. Christian Mahogany missed all of last year. He's back and running behind the strength of this offensive line for a 1st down.
You mentioned Mahogany and Kendall. Kendall's dad, Pete, great player at Boston College, former 1st-round draft pick. So fresh set of downs for BC. Good opening drive after that penalty to start the game. Gonna run it again here. Robichaux. Great balance that time. Kalen DeLoach, who's a terrific player, could not get him down. Eventually, Robichaux hits the deck, but it's after a gain of 4.
But Robichaux, what a story, Dave. 4th string, week 1, just 2 weeks ago against Northern Illinois. Got a lot of opportunity against Holy Cross. He was who they leaned on down the stretch, always falling forward, and you saw the physical running and great balance there on 1st down.
Flags fly. Castellanos with a sweet move, close to a 1st down, but looks like it's coming back here based on one of the officials' signal.
And they get Drew Kendall here for a hold.
Holding. Offense number 66. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
So 2nd down and 16 after the hold from the 32. Castellanos over the middle, wide open. Inside the 20-yard line is Lewis Bond, and he's heading to the end zone. Touchdown, Boston College. The coaches told us they wanted to get Lewis Bond involved early. He scores on his first touch.
What a start here for Thomas Castellanos, who just continues to get better and better and better. And the coverage, they just completely lost Lewis Bond wide open in the middle of the field. And an outstanding job after the catch, taking it
saw 2 bad breakdowns defensively. 7-play, 75-yard drive that took just over 4 minutes. The extra point makes it 7-0 BC.
Jeff Hafley told us yesterday it's the best team he's had. It's the best start they've had so far. Eagles on top, 7-0.
Well, Boston College head coach Jeff Hafley told us in our meeting with him yesterday there was a noticeable jump in energy and juice from the offense when Thomas Castellanos went in the game on that third series week 1. And boy, you could see it on that drive. What a spectacular start for Castellanos in BC. He was 4 of 4 for over 70 yards passing. He had 2 penalties and still scored a touchdown. And now Winston Wright Jr. on the kick return. Gets some room up the sideline. And pushed out around the 28-yard line.
Has developed and turned to an excellent quarterback. Going to be a real task for Boston College, keeping him in the pocket and not let him get outside and extend plays.
Going to give it to Benson, and Benson with a good carry on first down. Benson started the game last year against BC with a kickoff return for a touchdown. Transfer from Oregon, second-team All-ACC last year, and 3 rushing touchdowns a week ago against Southern Miss. And he picks up 7 yards on first down here. Quick pitch. Benson gets the edge and has a first down out to the 40-yard line.
That's who we've got to slow down. That's who we have to keep under control here today.
2 plays, 2 carries for Benson. Play action pass here for Travis, and he's got his big receiver Johnny Wilson for a first down into BC territory. 6'7", 240-pounder who's had some trouble with drops, but he pulled that one in for 19 yards.
Play action, roll the pocket, and an excellent find by Jordan Travis. 6'7", 240, Johnny Wilson over the middle.
Empty set. Travis with a quick throw to Benson, who was lined up on the perimeter. And he's brought down after minimal gain by Cam Arnold. Pickup of 1 on the play. Lawrence Toafili checking in at running back now. 10 carries, 5 catches so far in the year. 2nd down and 9 for Travis and the FSU offense. Toafili trying to cut it back, and he's stepped up at the 39, just a gain of 2. Keep it on the ground with Toafili driving the legs, but is stopped short about 3 yards at the 35. Let's see if Florida State goes for it with the wind kicking a problem anyway, and you're looking at a 52-yard attempt.
You've got a veteran quarterback, this type of offense. I think it's a no-brainer. I think that's built into that call on 3rd down. Mike Norvell, without question, going to go for it here. Quarterback run game. Big possibility here with Jordan Travis.
Yep, he's got 25 career rushing touchdowns. They need to get to the 35, or the 32-yard line, rather. Snapping it from the 35 and 4th down. Again, Toafili shifting into the backfield. Travis to throw, and a flag is down. The pass is caught down the sideline by Johnny Wilson. Inbounds at the 14 to move the chains. Let's see what the penalty's about, though. Gain of 21 if it holds up.
Like Amari Jackson might have jumped off sides.
Is a completed pass. Offside. Defense number 24. Penalty is declines. Result of the play is a first down.
Excellent job by Jordan Travis. How about this catch, though? The concentration up high, fully extended.
So first down at the BC 14-yard line. Travis to throw into the end zone. Incomplete. Keon Coleman could not pull it in. Elijah Jones in coverage.
Well, back shoulder. Keon Coleman tries to bring it in with 1. It's a good job by Elijah Jones. 6'2". He's got excellent length.
So 2nd down and 10. They're going to run it here with Rodney Hill, who's checking into the game, and he's drilled at the point of attack. Boy, Cam Arnold off to a great start. Senior from West Bloomfield, Michigan, came to ball today. 3rd down and long.
It's a really good opening possession by Cam Arnold. Another 3rd and long for this Florida State offense. They split the difference the first time and convert on that big 4th down.
3rd and 8. Florida State has won 8 games in a row, 4th longest active streak in the country. Georgia #1 at 19 straight. Seminoles won their final 6 games last year, off to a 2-0 start this year. As you see wholesale substitutions here for Boston College.
You get this trips formation down to the near side.
Travis, pressure off the edge, and his pass is incomplete. He had to rush it. He was trying to hit Keon Coleman, and it's 4th down. Ryan Fitzgerald 2 for 2 this season. Both have been short field goal attempts. This will be a short one as well. 30-yard try. And so Florida State comes away with points, but still trails Boston College midway through the first quarter here at BC.
And this red bandana game is something special, unlike anything we see in college sports.
Here's Mom Allison here again today, sending and handing out red bandanas to all the folks coming into the stadium. Touchback here, and the players all have them. And again, no nameplates, just 4 wells on the back of every jersey as Castellanos can't get free. Tripped up by Renardo Green and Braden Fisk. A short pickup there. Gain of 1 for Thomas Castellanos. Great opening drive. Most by a BC quarterback since Matt Ryan. Wow. 76 passing yards on the first drive of the game.
It's a notable name, to say the least. And Castellanos, his second start since high school. You could tell he's confident. We met with him yesterday. He's in a good place. And this team believes he can do special things.
And Barfield on the carry, can't spin away for positive yardage. Joshua Farmer there first. Thomas Castellanos played well last week, but made a big mistake. Got a taunting penalty in that game, and the coaching staff was really upset with him. They gave him several options of punishment. He chose to call the Holy Cross athletic director and personally apologize. He also posted a couple of social media things apologizing for his actions.
Said that's not who he is. It showed some immaturity, but a mature act by making that phone call.
And on 3rd down and 8, he dumps it off here. Robichaux, and he's going to be really close. They're going to mark him just short at the 34-yard line. 4th down and 1. Castellanos wants to go for it, and they're keeping the offense on the field here. What do you think of this call? Inside your 35-yard line, you got to punt it, right?
We saw them do this against Holy Cross a week ago. I don't think you do that against this front.
Yeah.
We haven't talked a lot about them yet, but one thing that separates this Florida State team and defense from ones of recent past, that defensive line, that depth. Go back to the LSU game, opening possession, 5 different plays from the 1-yard line. They held them out. It's the right call here by Jeff Hafley.
You thought about it for a while and then decided to send the punting unit out there. Now we have an official timeout. Maybe they'll look at this further.
Boston College, their first media timeout.
4th and 1 from the 34-yard line. Robichaux drives the legs and gets it. Boy, I don't know, risk reward. I mean, you might be punting in 3 plays anyway, but it does send a message to your players that you believe in them.
And Castellanos, during that break, he was over there pleading with the coaching staff, let's go for it. They lean on Robichaux. They did it last week against Holy Cross. And here again, big 4th down conversion for the Eagles.
So fresh set of downs on the BC 36-yard line. Another run play. Robichaux out to the 39 for 3 yards, wrapped up by Farmer.
Inside on the interior of this Boston College offensive line, they feel that that's the strength of this offense. Getting Mahogany back, a couple of transfers come in on the left side, 135 total starts. They were decimated last year with injuries. They're healthy, they're in a good place, and they're taking on one of the best and deepest defensive lines in college football. That, in the trenches, is where the fight's going to be today.
2nd down and 7. Another handoff, and this time nowhere to go. Kalen DeLoach all over the running back, Cam Barfield. And that will go down as a loss, so it'll be 3rd and long here, 3rd and 8.
And DeLoach makes the tackle, but it's Fabian Lovett back, healthy, doing a good job, getting good push on the inside, nowhere to run the ball.
An injury to an offensive player.
And you just talked about the offensive line and their left tackle. Logan Taylor, shake it up, transfer from Virginia. He started there a year ago. So injury timeout with 2:55 remaining in the first quarter, and Boston College up on number 3 Florida State 7-3. Thought the weather might actually favor Boston College, but great start for the Eagles despite the weather being somewhat innocuous, and a huge running lane for Castellanos, and he's got speed. Runs out of play at the 32-yard line. We've seen 3 breakdowns defensively defensively.
Our 55, Braden Fisk, he comes inside and opens up a big gap in the rush lanes. Castellanos recognizes it, and he makes this defense pay.
Quad receivers, 4 receivers to the bottom to open up the top of the field.
Castellanos is the leading rusher for Boston College. Going to flip it downfield. The catch is made at the 15 by Joseph Griffin, his second catch. And once again, BC moving the ball at will on the Florida State defense. Again, just the boost that he has brought this team as another penalty marker is down.
False start. Offense number 73. 5-yard penalty. First down.
That's on Mahogany, but Jeff Hapley said he felt he owed it to Emmett Moorhead, who was here last year, to have Moorhead start week 1.
This is their best team. He said he thought they were tight, and he said this week, thought that this game, thought they'd play more fearless, play more loose, and it's exactly what we've seen here so far. And speaking of fearless, when you're going for it against this front on 4th down on your side of the field, coach backing up his players here.
Play fake, and now a pitch. O'Keefe looking to throw. That got batted. Incomplete. Got deflected. Otherwise, there was a receiver open downfield. Shaheem Brown.
Zaire Thomas does a quality job getting his hands up and deflecting that pass.
Still, the penalty's got to cut down on that if you're BC. 3 already here in the first quarter. Going to keep it on the ground with Barfield. I think it's twirled over the turf by Deloach. Only returning player on this Florida State defense to start every game last year. He's a little shaken up, though. You would imagine he'll sling it here on 3rd down and 15 from the Florida State 20. Castellanos instead takes off, and he's got some room inside the 10 and close to a first down at about the 6-yard line. Tripped up by Kevin Knowles on what will be the final play of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Be surprised if we don't see this as an inside run.
And it will be right behind the center and the right guard. I think he got it with his momentum, even though he was pushed back by 3 Seminoles. It is a first down. Maybe a broken play, maybe not. Castellanos pass broken up, incomplete.
I can't tell you how good of a play this was by Kevin Knowles, playing center field safety. He reads it, he feels it, and he jumps that route, or else it's a touchdown for BC.
2nd down and goal for Boston College, looking to add to its lead. Quarterback run. Castellanos can't find any room, and Bethune wraps him up at the 3. It'll be 3rd and goal. Ball on the Florida State 3. Castellanos checking at the line. Play clock at 1. They got to snap it. They get the play off in time. Castellanos moving to his right and throws it away. 4th down. Do you go for it again?
No, kick it.
Take the points.
Take the points, absolutely.
2 for 2 on the season. And he puts it through to make it 10-3 Boston College. The Eagles have owned time of possession, and they have the lead in the second quarter. 10 by Florida State. Thomas Castellanos was perfect, 6 of 6 before those 2 incompletions to end that drive.
It's a veteran team, a lot of experience, a lot of leadership. They're a confident team, and they've already shown the ability to overcome adversity. Adverse here early on in Chestnut Hill.
And there was some movement there by Florida State. Did BC come across first, though?
Play of game. Defense number 4. Disconcerting signals. 5-yard penalty. First down.
I saw that. He didn't jump, but you can't motion with your hand or anything and yelling at an offensive lineman to try to get him to jump. So good call there, and a free 5 yards. Another penalty on BC. Non-football act by Neto Akpala. Pitch to Benson, got the corner, and picks up a first down. Good run by Benson to the 36. Benson just under 1,000-yard rusher last year. 9 touchdowns on the ground. Gonna get another pitch here, and no running room this time. Elijah Jones, 6th-year player, had the tackle, which means that game clock keeps running, which only helps Boston College.
Yep.
Travis flushed out of the pocket, throwing on the run, and it's caught by Toafili. That's his 6th reception on the season. Now for the BC 45. Travis will keep it inside the 40. First down for Travis, and stays in bounds before he's finally run out. Another penalty flag.
False start. Offense, number 63. 5-yard penalty. First down. After discussion, there is no foul for false start. Delay of game. Defense disconcerting signals. 5-yard penalty. It's first down.
So that is the second time, and this is something we touched on at the outset of the game about Boston College can't stay out of its own way. They got 24 penalties in just over 2 games. You can't win that way.
No, you can't. Jeff Hafley is hot over there talking with the side judge.
Maybe he should be talking to his defensive lineman. First down and 5. Giving a great offense 5 free yards. Not a good idea. They've done it twice already on this drive. Play clock down to 3. Toafili up the middle. Inside the 20. Close to the first down. Travis, bootleg. Catch is made inside the 10, inside the 5, and a touchdown. Jaheim Bell, transfer from South Carolina, gets Florida State within a point of tying the game. 6-play, 75-yard, 3-minute drive. And the point after evens the game at 10 apiece. Firefighter. His bravery was on full display in a spectacular manner that day that unfortunately cost him his life but saved many others. Ryan O'Keefe, nice return, and the players have to sprint those stairs. Run play here for BC. Not much there for Robichaux. Maybe a half yard.
And talking with those players, they have a great appreciation, understanding of what the red bandana game is all about, what that workout is all about. And you can tell by the look on their face, it ain't easy, and it's not meant to be. It just continues to further the legacy of Wells Crowder here at Boston College.
See how the Eagles respond to that quick scoring drive by Florida State to tie the game. They have 2nd and 9 from their 10. Castellanos going to dump it off to Barfield. And he can't make the first man miss. Great play by Azarie Thomas to pick up the running back and spike him. 3rd down and 14. And it's just going to be a quarterback run. Castellanos though has room past the 25. He's still going. And then scoots out of play. He's not taking hits. He saw the angle coming. He got out of bounds because he's been getting hit a lot the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, to be smart, we talked with him about that yesterday. Already 90 yards on the ground here in this first half.
And that was an enormous play because otherwise you're punting from the back of your end zone. Robichaux up the gut. Man, they are moving this terrific defensive line by Florida State off the ball. We've called Jared Verse's name once already in this game. And that's it. 7-yard pickup there for Boston College.
And it was the left side. And 55, Braden Fisk, the defensive tackle, Western Michigan transfer, who's been great. He got mushed 5 yards down the field. Jude Bowery, backup left tackles come in for Logan Taylor. And Kyle Hergel right there, paving a path for Mr. Robichaux.
So 2nd and 3 at the Florida State 42-yard line. No movement again.
Wow.
8 penalties.
False start. Offense, number 70. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
It's on the right tackle, Ozzie Trapillo, whose father, the late Steve Trapillo, was a terrific player at Boston College, went on to play in the NFL. The offensive line has played well, but they keep making mental errors. So now it's 2nd and 7. I mean, if you're Mike Norvell, you're saying that this team is gifting us play after play, whether it's on offense or defense yardage, and we're tied with them. Quick throw, open receiver, tight end Franklin, first down, and finally ran out of real estate.
Nice run after the catch by the tight end.
And the transfer from UCF, Castellanos going to work again. Screen, Robichaux, and he's able to break a tackle. Boy, he's hard to get to the ground, Robichaux. How many broken tackles today? That's a gain of 5. At least 5 or 6 times he's been able to break free for extra yardage. Say something too loud and it will be alarming to the offensive lineman. trying to get outside as Barfield tackled for a loss back at the 40-yard line by Patrick Payton.
The sky's the limit for Patrick Payton. He is twitchy, he's got speed, and good feel here as he's going to get up the field and get the tackle for a loss.
3rd and 18 here on the 40.
Dusty, they got to keep Kai Robichaux in the game at running back. Cameron Barfield's just too small. You can't break tackles.
See what Castellanos does here. And a throw downfield. Oh, and it was through the hands of an open receiver. Tack is the tight end. He might have been short anyway. Sam Candati to punt. Keon Coleman is deep. Hangs up in the air, and the fair catch made at about the 12-yard line. Is it a matter of time, Kevin, for Florida State? Just tied the game on the last drive. Run play here for Rodney Hill, getting the edge at the 20, past the 30-yard line before he's banged out of play.
29 for Florida State. He's going to be the next good back. You could tell, asking the staff about him, explosive and elusive, and a big pickup.
Gonna give it to him again here. Running room again off the right side, another first down. Starting to run the ball on BC here. Tied the game on the last drive. 12 more yards there for Rodney Hill, who had just 27 carries a year ago as a true freshman. At 10 coming into today and 3 already here in the first half.
Good movement along the right side of the offensive line for Florida State. Keandre Jones, Darius Washington, Jeremiah Byers doing an excellent job paving a path for Rodney Hill.
4-minute mark. Jordan Travis, touchdown pass on the last possession. Gonna throw it here. Looking downfield, everybody covered. Backing up, in trouble, gets away, flag down, another flag pass across the middle is caught for a first down. We'll see if it comes back. Darian Williamson on the catch. Will this be the first penalty of the day against Florida State?
It's on BC.
Personal foul, face mask.
Yeah.
Defense, number 6. 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play. Automatic, first down.
10th penalty of the half by BC. None by Florida State. And the ball at the BC 30. They're going to run Benson. Cuts it back and down to the 25-yard line for a gain of 6. Well, we talked with Jordan Travis this week, and he touched on his confidence, how much his confidence has grown the last couple of years. There were a lot of people a few years ago that weren't sure about him, whether he could succeed at this level, but had a terrific 2022. And in the Heisman conversation 2 weeks in, yeah, I know it's 2 weeks in, but a lot of people talking about Jordan Travis nationally.
And they should be. And boy, does this quarterback love his head coach, Mike Norvell. And, you know, Mike Norvell, he told us he's never lied about one thing. He's always told the truth. He loves me hard, and he coaches me hard. And these two together have been great these last couple of years.
Benson trying to find running room, busts it to the outside, hugs the sideline. Empty set here for Travis. 2.5 to go in the first half. Travis with time into the end zone. Overthrows Johnny Wilson. Already has his degree. Graduated last May. Trying to find some room is Hill. And he finally is able to pick a hole. BC might bring some pressure. Yep. Now the play clock at 3. They snap it. Here come the Eagles. Pass into the end zone. A lot of contact and a flag. And that should be penalty number 11 on Boston College.
Pass interference. Defense, number 23. Foul occurred in the end zone. By rule, the ball is placed at the 2-yard line. Automatic. First down.
Florida State, Kevin, first and goal from the 2, and Benson is in for the seminal touchdown to give them the lead. He had 3 touchdowns a week ago against Southern Miss. You've kept the ball away from Florida State. Thomas Castellanos has had a good day throwing the ball, but maybe the biggest reason you trail is because
We'll see if they can wake up here today.
looking for their 20th straight win. Florida State has won 8 in a row. That's the 4th longest active streak in college football. This will be a touchback, come out to the 25.
I think that game in the Swamp's going to be sneaky good, Dave. The Gators give the Vols all they can handle today.
See how Boston College responds, trying to set up a screen. Castellanos able to get outside and then run out of bounds, ended up losing a yard. Brandon Fisk forced him out.
Excellent effort to the football. He's strong inside. That's been a great addition for Adam Fuller's defense.
And BC just going to run it. Robichaux knocked down at the 27, and Mike Norvell wisely uses the timeout. Jared Verse, just the second time we've called his name here.
Their first, 30 seconds.
The 2 timeouts remaining for Florida State.
1:15.
Rocky start for Florida State, but now starting to settle in.
Castellanos swallowed at the point of attack. That was Bethune who made the hit. And so it's 4th down. Another timeout here.
Florida State, their second.
DiLoretto on the punt from his 13-yard line. Keon Coleman is deep. Fields it on his 23 and grabbed at the ankles and brought down at the 20-yard line. Good tackle by Elijah Jones. He certainly spread it around, and they're going to spread it out here. 5 wide and 1st down with a minute to go and 1 timeout left for Florida State. Ball on the Seminole 21. Travis from the pocket and not on the same page with Johnny Wilson. Way over his head. 2nd and 10.
Johnny Wilson shut it down, working back to the quarterback, and Jordan Travis expecting his big target to continue to go vertically. Miscommunication between quarterback and wide receiver.
Yeah, he had the seam route big time.
You have Toafili in the game again. You talked earlier about his pass catching ability. He's in the slot there at the bottom of your screen. And now bringing Toafili back into the backfield on 2nd and 10. BC bringing pressure. Travis looking deep, airing it out. Knocked away, incomplete. It was intended for Keon Coleman, and Amari Jackson made the play in coverage. 3rd down. Florida State 0 for 2 on 3rd down so far. 3rd and 10. Travis climbing the pocket, taken off, being chased, flag down. And Travis in trouble, stayed in bounds, still going. And finally brought down at the 30-yard line, short of the line to gain by about 2 yards. And Jordan Travis is hurt. Travis is down for Florida State. Hard to tell if it was non-contact or it was after he took that hit from Cam Arnold.
He was shaking his left arm there, Dave, kind of pointing to his chest, pec area.
Every single Florida State fan holding its breath right now. If the penalty is on the Seminoles, that's the first on Florida State today.
Holding. Offense, number 63. Penalty is declined. It's 4th down. Timeout for an injured offensive player.
Hopefully Travis is okay after this hit here from Cam Arnold.
Almost looked like the way he came down. Cam Arnold wraps him up, grabs his legs, and as he comes down that left arm.
Because the clock was running and the injury to the offensive player stopped the clock. That calls for a 10-second runoff, which has been declined by Boston College. The clock will start on the snap.
And Travis, you saw afterwards Victor Nelson come over the top, and I wonder, was there a shot there to the shoulder or something? Travis rather holding his left wrist. Well, BC declining that 10-second runoff. It wants the ball, and the Eagles have 1 timeout left. Jaden Williams is deep. Here's the punt by Mastromato. That's a good one. They're caught at the 30 with 31 seconds remaining.
Hopefully he's able to be healthy and come back.
Castellanos flushed out of the pocket, sidearms it complete, out to the 40-yard line, Joseph Griffin, and he gets out of bounds with 40 at the 42-yard line with 24 seconds remaining.
When they've been at their best, moving the pocket, allowing Castellanos to get outside. Boy, Joseph Griffin really stepped up from the onset, the opening possession, making big plays for this offense.
Castellanos to throw again. Pass off target. Contact. No flag. Griffin again the intended target. Ventrell Cypress in coverage. 20 seconds to go in the half.
With Ventrell Cypress, another one of these excellent portal transfer players, Jeff Hafley, not happy at all. But I'm okay with the no call there, Dave.
Castellanos running around and then got outside the pocket and just threw it away. The ball did get back to the line of scrimmage. Now it's 3rd down with 12 seconds to go. But we're talking about Florida State getting back to a position of power, and people start to think the Noles are for real. They got Clemson next week. It's been a struggle here in the first half, and now the health of your star player, your best player, on offense anyway, is a big question mark.
Jordan Travis went into the tent. Looks like he's heading to the locker room now.
12 seconds remaining in the half. 3rd down. Castellanos over the middle. It was tipped at the line of scrimmage. Ended up being behind the receiver, and now BC will have to punt with 8 seconds to go.
Tatum Bethune's been all over the field making tackles. See him in coverage right. And the quarterback
receiver downfield. Offense number 11 was covered at the snap. That penalty is declined. It's 4th down.
So you wonder here if there's any time left on the clock after the punt. Does Tate Rodemaker just go out there and take the snap for Florida State and take a knee? Jordan Travis still has his helmet on.
Yep.
Guys, that's the 3rd time that they've had number 11 covered up. Boston College on offense with illegal formation. Been called on it twice.
The punt. Keon Coleman is deep, and it lands out of bounds with 3 seconds left. So Florida State will have to snap the ball. Let's see who comes out here at quarterback for the Seminoles. Tate Rodemaker in the huddle with his helmet on, so it looks like it'll be him.
He's athletic. He's got a big arm. Stepped in last season. Helped lead a quality victory against Louisville. Well, they like him a lot. But, boy, Jordan Travis, as we've talked about all first half, he's a difference maker. He's a special player for Florida State. And I think right now, the thoughts solely with the health status of their quarterback, Jordan Travis.
Florida State leads at halftime, though, 17-10. Don't play North Carolina or North Carolina State. Boston College lost to Northern Illinois week 1, barely beat Holy Cross week 2, but they had the lead for a good part of the first half here today, but trail as we start the second half as the ball is taken at the 25-yard line and out of bounds at the 28. In the Louisville game, and Tate Rodemaker came off the bench and won the game and come from behind fashion. Travis going to hand it off here to Benson, and a good play at the point of attack by George Rooks. Maybe a 1-yard pickup.
Expect to see, as Tom touched on, a heavy dose of Trey Benson, Lawrence Toafili, Rodney Hill had a quality first half as he checked in. Got to imagine Florida State going to try to protect their quarterback best they can and pound the rock here in the second half.
Second down and 8. Travis will throw, lobs it deep, and wide open is Johnny Wilson inside the 40. Wilson wrapped up at the 30. Touchdown saving tackle by Elijah Jones.
The play action pass, excellent pocket, and a big time throw right up the seam to Johnny Wilson. The protection and a wide open target down the field.
Back to the rushing attack. Benson. He gets about 2 or 3. Now, Johnny Wilson, you talked about in the first half, penalty flag down, had some drops last week. He secured the ball, though, here today. Transfer from Arizona State. He's got great size at 6'7", 240. Big target for Jordan Travis.
Defense, number 91. 10-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
George Rooks. That's the 12th penalty. 12th on one team, none on the other team. And we just started the third quarter.
Jeff Hafley, he's not happy. Tom, he had some, I don't think he's very happy about the way this game's been officiated to this point from his purview.
Not at all. He was irate going off the field into the locker room at halftime. And let me tell you something. It's going bad for you in terms of penalties, and you get a defensive holding call in the front, that's a bad day.
So, automatic first down. Florida State with the ball at the BC 16. Travis, he's got his tight end Bell, and tripped up enough to get him to the ground at the 13-yard line. A gain, though, of 3 or 4.
Good tackle. Jaheim Bell, he is a load at 6'3", 235. Saw him earlier with his skills with the football in the open field. Nice job getting him to the ground. I just love the way Mike Norvell moves him around. He'll play him in the slot, the backfield, the wing. He's all over the place.
There he is again. Inside the 10, first down. And wrapped up at the 4-yard line. He had 2 catches on the season coming in. He has 2 on this drive. That's a gain of 9.
As I mentioned, now he's an outside receiver. Going to run a receiver screen to him. Good blocking on the perimeter by Johnny Wilson to help spring a nice pickup and a first down.
He looks like an oversized receiver that runs like a running back. He's so unique.
He's thick, man. Tough to tackle, and he's got great ball skills.
And a pair of scores in the LSU game. First down and goal from the 4. Florida State looking to go up 2 scores here. Travis wide open, back of the end zone. Touchdown, it's Preston Daniel. Beautiful call by Mike Norvell. Second touchdown pass today for Travis, 8th on the season. And the point after is good in the process. Just a remarkable story. He's being honored here today. BC will be back on offense, and we'll start this drive on the 25. We'll see how Thomas Castellanos responds with his team down 14 points.
Well, he was outstanding in the first half and really got off to a great start in those first 2 possessions. He cooled off after that as Florida State's defense settled in, but we'll see what Mr. Castellanos has in store for the second half. By the way, my first time to Boston College and my first time in Boston. What an amazing city. Chestnut Hill is absolutely gorgeous. Had a lobster roll last night. I could easily see myself back here in Boston sometime very soon. An amazing city that we've had a chance to enjoy the last couple of days.
Had to refinance, though, your mortgage to pay for the lobster rolls here.
Maybe so.
Castellanos into traffic, and it's intercepted at the 40-yard line. What an incredible play by DJ Lundy. He was on the ground, and he picked it off.
Florida State goes right down. First play offensively for BC. Pressure on Castellanos and an ill-advised throw. Get back to moving the pocket. Got pressure on him. Ball does not come out clean. How about the concentration there by Lundy? Locate the football, secure the catch as he goes to the ground. Great play. Jared Verse with the hit, and the Noles back in business.
Starting on the 40-yard line with Jordan Travis in the game at quarterback, and he'll throw it. Jaheim Bell comes free, breaks a tackle at the 15. Another tackle, dives for the end zone. And down at the half-yard line, a 40-yard gain, though.
Locate number 6. So he's going to stretch out, try to get in the end zone. Well, that's going to be close, Dave. That's going to be very close.
It's interesting, Florida State's getting up there to snap the ball quickly.
I think that was a touchdown.
Not allowing replay enough time there to blow it dead, but I think BC came into the neutral zone anyway.
Offside. Defense number 13. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
So they have 2 quarterbacks in the game. They have Jordan Travis under center. A.J. Duffy is lined up behind him as a fullback. And that's actually DJ Lundy, who just had the interception that was in the game, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. Both wear number 10. But it was not Duffy, it was Lundy that was in the game, the defensive number 10. Fitzgerald puts it through, and it's a rout now. Back on 9/11/2001. He's honored every day here on campus, but for the national audience to see. And the red bandana game, this is the 10th annual because of the penalty. Florida State was kicking off from deep in its own end. Here's Ryan O'Keefe past the 33-yard line. Boston College with 11:14 to go and plenty of time, but can it find its offense again? And hasn't really done much on that side of the ball since early second quarter.
Well, Thomas Castellanos, he came out on fire. 6 of 6 to start this game. 101 yards and a touchdown. And since then, now 4 of 11, just 30 yards passing, an interception on the only offensive play here in the second half. They've got to get him settled down, back into a rhythm, and playing the way he did to start this game.
First down on the 34. At after the first penalty of the game by Florida State. Here's Kai Robichaux, pushed back at the 37-yard line. Little extra hit there from Fabian Lovett after the whistle blew, but no flag. A defensive front for Florida State getting a little nastier as the game has gone along.
They are so good, Dave. I know Tom and I have talked with you about this all week, but they go 5 deep at defensive tackle, 4 deep at defensive end. There's not much, if any, drop-off when they get into the depth of this front, and that's what championship teams have, quality depth up front.
Going to be Robichaux again. And once again, won't go down easily. Takes a couple guys to get him to the ground. Omar Graham on the takedown along with Patrick Payton. So now it's 3rd down and BC probably in 4-down territory. They went for it on 4th down in the first half twice on one drive, including on their own 35-yard line.
Graham's going to get credit with the tackle, but a nice job there by Jared Verse. Hasn't lit up the stat sheet yet in this game or this season. But they told us against Southern Miss it was the cleanest game that he played. He's really worked on his technique. He's so powerful. Mel Kiper has him as the top defensive player on his big board. If you really dive into the tape, you can see why.
And Verse at the feet of the quarterback. A flag is down, and there's a completion for a first down to Lewis Bond. Let's see what the penalty's about. Jared Verse might have been held that time.
I think they're going to get Bowery for a hold.
Holding. Offense, number 71. 10-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Wanted to come back, wanted to become a better player. So many guys had come back. They've got big aspirations in Tallahassee this year. And Jared Verse, a leader on this defense, a big reason why. He was sensational last year whenever he showed up at Florida State. And again, I don't worry so much about the stats. Show me the film, and the film so far for Jared Verse has been really good here this season.
Very well-rounded young man. Told us he loves to play the saxophone and wants to open a jazz club whenever he's done playing football. Off the side of the foot of the punter, it will check up around the 48-yard line for about a 20-yard punt.
Oh, your saxophone skills, Dave.
Awful. A great cello player back in the day. Travis's pass low and incomplete, intended for Rodney Hill.
That's reflective of him foregoing his NFL draft aspirations.
2nd down and 10. And Hill pinballs forward into BC territory for a gain of 4.
I think the bigger topic here too, Tom, is just the way Florida State has really embraced the transfer portal, and they have hit on so many guys.
Yep.
And talking with Mike Norvell about that, it's about selection, being straight with guys, having real conversations. What is your expectation? What do you want? And they've done an outstanding job of identifying quality players, but quality young men that fit exactly the identity and culture of this program.
Florida State 0 for 3 on 3rd down today. 3rd and 6. Travis in trouble. Gets out of there. And not afraid there, despite getting injured at the end of the half, to take on a defender. Went out of bounds, short of the line to gain, though. It's 4th down.
Winston Wright, West Virginia transfer, played a lot of ball there. Speaking of transfers, we touched on some of the best players on this team they brought in. Keon Coleman just came in right before the summer, and he has been special. Trey Benson, Johnny Wilson, Jaheim Bell out of South Carolina, Fintrell Cypress, Braden Fisk, a couple of key acquisitions for this Noles defense this season.
Mastromanno did a great job to get rid of that. It was almost blocked, but it goes into the end zone. There's still plenty of time for Boston College, down 3 scores, but got to stop penalizing themselves. And certainly with the respect he's shown to a teacher that was very helpful to him as a young man.
Appreciate and support all of our teachers out there. Just get more recognition and notoriety.
Robichaux straight ahead as BC's keeping it on the ground here. Another 3-yard run.
The one back they have that can truly push the pile.
They like Alex Broom. He was hurt last week, played a little bit today as Castellanos is close, might be half-yard short of the line to gain. Joshua Farmer got a piece of him, but BC lining up to go for it here. 4th down and inches.
Imagine Robichaux.
And he did drive the pile out out to the 31-yard line, so that should move the chains.
Yeah, too much shooting yourself in your own foot today.
Castellanos in trouble in the backfield, gets out of there. Shoved out of bounds by Jarian Jones.
Biggest issue, you can't be your own biggest enemy, and that's what Boston College offensively has been today.
Jet sweep pitch, Ryan O'Keefe, and Florida State just too much speed. Fentrell Cypress tracks him down, and Jared Verse out there in space as well.
Nowhere to run with the football for Boston College. Really well defense on each of the last two plays. Corners making plays. Cypress coming up. I love the effort from Jared Verse, getting down the line of scrimmage and getting in on the tackle.
Dusty, we were talking about their depth and being 5 deep at defensive tackle, 4 deep at defensive end. But look at the body types. They finally look like an Ohio State's looked, an Alabama's looked, a Georgia's looked when they've had a national championship run.
Back to throw Castellanos here, 3rd and long. Wide open receiver is Bond. 1st down and more into, check that, Dino Tomlin on the catch.
More tackling on the back end. A huge play for Tomlin.
Here's Tomlin again after the catch, pushed out at the 19. We have not seen him much today, and he had just 1 catch on the year coming in. So 2nd down and 5. Robichaux straight ahead. Flag is down on the far side of the field. Another one. Didn't get the 1st down, but got close.
Offsides on Florida State.
Defense number 21 lined up in the neutral zone at the snap. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
So Greedy Vance called for the offside penalty. And if you're BC...
Correction. The 5-yard penalty will result in a 1st down.
You're BC and you can score a touchdown, get to 2 scores
Absolutely.
late in the 3rd. You're still in the game.
With the way they've been playing.
So 1st down at the 14-yard line of Florida State. 2.5 remaining in the 3rd. BC led 10-3. 28 straight points by the Seminoles. Play action. Castellanos on the rollout. Finds his receiver at the 10, Ryan O'Keefe. Thrown down there by Vance. Gain of 4.
The play action boot once again. Move that pocket. Good vision down the field. Check it down in the flats to O'Keefe. Expected him to get the ball more to number 4 throughout the course of the day. He's one of those playmakers with great explosiveness.
Castellanos behind his running back. Oh boy, does he get lit up. Huge hit by Tatum Bethune.
Boy, he has got a heavy hat, a thumper, showing up with bad intentions. Full speed here. Bang!
Oh.
Boy, Tatum Bethune shows up with bad intentions.
Like Castellanos transfer from UCF. 3rd down and 3 from the 7-yard line. 4-down territory. So they'll run it. 1st down. Upended at the 1 is Robichaux by Knowles, but it's 1st and goal for BC just outside a minute remaining.
I really like the way Robichaux runs downhill behind his pads, and a nice pickup.
Robichaux again into the end zone. Touchdown, Boston College. Back within 2 scores with 1:02 remaining here in the 3rd.
Both these guys doing a really nice job opening up a hole. That's Mahogany on Lovett, and a touchdown for the Eagles.
That was a 12-play, 80-yard drive that took 5.5 minutes. Looked very similar as that is yanked wide left. My goodness. Another mistake. Now Litton shifts everybody to the other side. And it's just a squib kick. And it's muffed initially. Ball still on the ground at the 25-yard line. BC might have it. The Eagles are signaling that they've got the ball. They do! They squib it downfield. And coming out of there with it, Victor Nelson.
Wow, huge change in momentum here at Chestnut Hill. Trey Benson never fields this ball clean. He goes up, tries to field it, can never get a full grasp on it. Excellent effort down the field. A massive, massive play here for Boston College. Victor Nelson right place, right time, and he comes out of that pile with the football. Wow, this game just completely changed in a matter of moments.
So first down at the 26 of Florida State. Give to Robichaux. Looking for a cutback lane. And knifing through is Graham to make the hit. Short pickup. You have a great dual threat at quarterback. We'll see if they get Castellanos at all involved in the run game. Just a straight handoff here. Robichaux powering his way for a first down near the 16-yard line. Another terrific run by Robichaux. Although, let's see where they spot him initially. They gave him the first down. The sticks on the near side have moved. The ones on the far side are positioned as if it's third down.
Ruling on the field as the runner was short of the line to gain. It's third down.
Will they snap it? 5 seconds left here in the quarter. Third down and 1. They do snap it. And first down pickup for Robichaux to the 13-yard line as we go to the fourth
quarter.
The team about all week. All right, thanks, Coach. All right, thanks a lot.
Quick throw to Bond out in space, and he's inside the 10-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds at the 7. Gives BC the football inside the 30. They march down now inside the 10, and a tackle for a loss.
They try to pull the backside tackle, and Jared Verse is not letting it happen. Right in the hip pocket of the offensive tackle. Great penetration, and kills that play before it ever has a chance to get started.
Nobody blocked Verse, so it's 3rd and 7. You would imagine 4-down territory. Trailing by 15 points. Now an empty set for the quarterback, Thomas Castellanos. Design run. Castellanos hit. Pinballs forward. And appears to be short by about a yard at the 5-yard line. It'll be 4th and 1. They've converted twice on 4th down in this game. They're going to bring in an extra offensive lineman here, Jack Conley.
Well defended by Tatum Bethune, flying downhill. Block destruction, creating a pile. Nowhere for Castellanos to go. They've had a lot of success when they get Castellanos on the perimeter. Big people. See a play action and get him outside.
Castellanos, just a straight handoff for Robichaux. He stood up at the line of scrimmage and did not get it. DJ Lundy, Braden Fisk team up on the tackle. Florida State takes over on downs.
Huge stop by Florida State. Boston College hadn't been stopped on 4th down. Stopped here at a crucial spot.
Jordan Travis injured late second quarter. Did not play the last play of the first half, but has been out there every play of the second half at quarterback for Florida State. Toafili gets the carry and picks up 2 to the 7-yard line. Year 4 for Fuller as the defensive coordinator at Florida State. Came with Mike Norvell when he got the job. And a deep ball here on second down. Travis overthrows Toafili. Snap. Travis going to keep it. And, boy, that's a backbreaker if you're Boston College. It's a ground ball back to the quarterback.
No doubt about that, Tom.
So first down to the 18. Florida State's just going to keep it on the ground here with Benson, and that's a negative play. A rare one for Florida State.
Led this team in tackles a season ago with 87, and he is the coach on the field. Always in the right place, right time. Gets guys lined up. Leader on this Boston College defense.
So 2nd and 10, 11 and a half to go. In the fourth quarter, Florida State trying to go to 3-0 and take its number 3 ranking to Death Valley to play Clemson. Noon ABC next week. Dump off pass to Ophelia out space. Fumble the ball. It's loose. It's picked up at the 8 and into the end zone for the touchdown. Kareem Johnson, a backup nickel, scoops up the ball and scores. And Boston College is back in the game.
Elijah Jones comes up, makes the tackle, gets the ball out from Toafili. And then Kareem Johnson scoop and score. And with a 2-point conversion, we're back to a 1-score game.
Will they get Castellanos on the perimeter? Castellanos in trouble, moving around, dancing. Back of the end zone. It's caught, but he was pushed out of bounds. So no 2 points. Nice job defensively that time by Renardo Green.
Well, this is what I was looking for earlier on 4th and 2. Move pocket, play action, running out of room. After a defensive touchdown, we got a ball game at Chestnut Hill.
Here in Chestnut Hill, they elected to go for 2 after that last score. Instead of kicking the extra point, they did miss an extra point on a previous touchdown. So still a 2-score game. 0-17, as we mentioned, at home against top 5 teams. Their last win against the top 5 squad, obviously on the road. It was at Notre Dame 21 years ago. So let's see here with Lauren DiLoretto now as the kicker. If he kicks it deep, or we have an onside kick or a squib, he's just going to kick it towards the sideline. It's going to go out of bounds. That's going to give Florida State good field position. As we go back to Kevin Agandi in the studio. Florida State ball, Kevin, after the kick went out of bounds from the Seminole 35-yard line. Leading only by 9 now. 12 straight points by Boston College. Here's Bell on the catch and run. Dragged down, an awkward landing. And Bell is hurt. Boy, he's played great so far this season. Can't put any weight on that left leg right now. Gain of 6, though, on first down.
Hobbles off over there to the sideline. He went straight to the bench to sit down as they're attending to him. Try to get you an update on him as soon as we can.
So 2nd down and 4, 10:45 on the clock. Florida State, 3rd in the country. Travis dropping back, firing. Open man is, again, Johnny Wilson. Previously at Arizona State. That's his 4th catch. He's over 100 yards on the day. First down from the BC 38. It'll be a handoff here to Benson, and he gets submarined by John Pupil, 60-year player. Started out at Dartmouth and transferred to BC. Gain of a couple. Clock is inside 10 minutes to go in the 4th.
Boston College has really done a good job slowing down Trey Benson, this overall rushing attack of Florida State. Rodney Hill, the leading rusher right now for the Noles, but coming in, that was kind of the key to their game plan. Limit the run, stop the run, and try to make Jordan Travis beat us from the pocket. Check the box about slowing down this Noles run here today.
You got Rodney Hill in there to the left of the quarterback Travis on 2nd and 8. Travis to the air. Late blitz. Travis dumping it off to Hill. Tackled short of the line to gain at the 30-yard line by Amari Jackson. Whether you go for 2 or kick the extra point, we both agreed to kick the extra point. But again, hindsight 2020. Here comes an end around on 3rd down to Keon Coleman. And fighting for the first down. He didn't get it. Pushed out of bounds short. Will Florida State go for it here on 4th down and 1? Travis keeps, now dumps it off. Great play. Caught for a first down by Morlock, still going, and finally tackled at the 14. There is a penalty marker down, though. Gain of 15 if it holds up. Florida State's only been penalized 3 times.
Offense number 4. 15-yard penalty. It's 4th down.
You still need it twice, and the clock is not your friend in this situation. Florida State going to milk it here and probably just take the delay of game penalty. The delay of game is going to back up the Noles 5 yards, but again, they're using the clock to their advantage.
Offense. Penalty is declined. It's 4th down.
It's an outlier.
Mastromanno with a line drive, and beautifully done. Going out of bounds inside the 10 at the 5-yard line. 7.5 to go. Boston College ball when we come back. 31-22. 3rd-ranked Florida State leading BC. Time is not on the Eagles' side. Castellanos in trouble in the end zone. Gets out of there, throwing on the run and incomplete. Trying to hit Ryan O'Keefe. Castellanos out of the gun. Dropping back into the end zone. Steps up. He has some room over the middle. He's past the 15, getting the first down out to the 18. Again, the feet of Thomas Castellanos, a big weapon for Boston College. 13 yards.
Boy, big gaping hole along that defensive line. Opens up. No one open down the field. Castellanos hits the turbo and gets a first down.
Now he'll throw on first down. Everybody covered. Castellanos holding on. Receiver comes free. It's caught at the 40-yard line. Breaking tackles is Bond. And out of bounds. Football in Florida State territory, trailing 31-22. Castellanos to throw on first down. Pressure into space. Throws a deep ball, and it's caught at the 15-yard line. Ryan O'Keefe pulls it in.
Turn around midair, catch that football.
Castellanos to throw again into the end zone. One-handed attempt, but Griffin couldn't hang on. It came out at the last second. Renardo Green with coverage.
He went up, tried to grab it with his left. 6'3" on a 6-foot corner. It's a really good job by Green to make sure he doesn't make the catch.
Castellanos to throw again. This is caught, then Bond dropped it at the last second. He had it, and he might have scored it. He secured it. So 3rd and 10, 4-down territory perhaps. This time it's caught. The tight end Takis short of the line to gain. Do you just kick the field goal here? You're down 2 scores.
Yes.
It's 4th down.
Yes. Yes. I think you got to kick the field goal, cut it to a 1-score game.
This doesn't make a lot of sense.
Need 2 scores.
Broom is held back. Castellanos will keep it. Trying to get the edge. He does. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Boston College. He is a weapon. Running the football.
Great short area quickness and a touchdown by Castellanos.
They went 95 yards in 2 minutes. The extra point is good.
Going to pull the backside tackle and guard. Quarterback counter. It's a really good block on the edge by Trapillo to help allow Castellanos to get to the edge. Really nice job by him. Jab step in, cut outside, and into the end zone.
On the kickoff. Boston College has 2 timeouts left. There's 5:19 on the clock. You certainly can kick it deep here if you're the Eagles. We'll see if that's what they do. It will be a touchback. It will come out to the 25. First down at the 25-yard line for Florida State. Travis from the pocket in trouble. Stumbles as he gets out of there and then throws it away. The way they've been running the ball this half, surprised they didn't try to run it and take some time off the clock there in first down. We'll see what happens on 2nd and 10. Going to be a run play. Toafili. Good pickup out across the 30. 7 yards out to the 32, bringing up 3rd down and 3 at the 5-minute mark. Let's go to the studio and check in with Kevin.
And a stop here, and they give themselves a chance to take a lead late in this game.
3rd down and 3. 4-man rush. Throw down the sideline. Incomplete. Going for Johnny Wilson, and it's 4th down and 3. The referee asking to put 1 second back on the clock, so 4:43 remaining. Florida State only used about 20 seconds on that possession, electing not to run it on first down. They got 7 yards, and they ran it on 2nd down. Williams is under it, and the fair catch made at the 22.
Once it did, and as you referenced, going for 2 didn't work out, but a chance to take the lead.
Quarterback run. Castellanos juking defenders, but running out of real estate. Chased out of bounds by Patrick Payton, but again, you see the ability to scramble.
An aggressive mindset all day from Jeff Hafley with his team and these players, and touched on it, boy. Castellanos, he is tough. He can make you miss in a phone booth, Tom.
I mean, loss of 1, it could have been a loss of 5.
That's the difference. You're exactly right. Is he takes a negative, turns it into a positive. He's going to be a real problem the more experience he gets.
But it was a negative play, so 2nd down 11. Credit the front of Florida State. Now Castellanos to throw. Gets hit in the backfield and sacked. Back at the 12 for a loss of 9. Renardo Green, the corner in the backfield with the takedown. 3rd and long coming up.
How about Adam Fuller pulling out all the stops, a corner blitz here on 2nd down, and Renardo Green comes clean, gets home, and gets Castellanos on the ground. Big sack.
Now you're 3rd and 20 from the 12-yard line. Castellanos back to throw, in trouble again. Stepping up, throwing downfield, pulled in for a first down at the 40-yard line. Ryan O'Keefe with a gain of 28.
Castellanos, the second, third, and super long in this second half. O'Keefe gets just a little bit of room off the defender, and Castellanos with a strike.
Castellanos to throw again, lobbing it toward the sideline. A lot of contact. No flag intended for Joseph Griffin. And an injured Florida State DB, Azarie Thomas, shaken up. But again, a couple of great throws on 3rd and long to keep drives alive. Castellanos on 2nd and 10. Sidearms it, knocked down, incomplete. What a great play across the middle that time by Greedy Vance to bat it down.
Great sticky coverage by Greedy Vance. Nowhere at all to deliver this football. He is all over Tomlin, right in his hip pocket.
Castellanos has thrown for over 300 yards. He's rushed for over 100 yards. Let's see what he does here on 3rd and 10. Boston College down 2 timeouts left. Ball on the Eagles 40. Does Florida State come after him here? 5-man rush. He's in trouble. He's tripped up and keeps his balance. And now sacked back at the 25-yard line. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by Florida State. Dennis Briggs scoops it up. Are they going to rule Castellanos down?
The quarterback's knee was down before he lost possession of the ball. It's 4th down.
And now BC will punt it away with 2:40 and counting. Keon Coleman is deep. Keep in mind, Florida State huffed. Kickoff return earlier in the game. Coleman lets it bounce. It hits him, but it goes out of bounds, and it will be Florida State possession with 2:13 to go. Florida State, ranked 3rd in the country, has to go to Clemson next week. Had a 15-point lead in this game. It's down to 2. Might be able to run out the clock, though. See what happens here on 1st down. Benson looking for a hole. It's not there. Bottled up after a gain of 2, and BC will use a timeout. 2:11 remaining.
Timeout. Boston College, their second. 30 seconds. Please reset the game clock to 2:12.
Toafili, who had that fumble earlier, is in the game at running back. He'll get the carry. Trying to get outside and out of bounds. Let's see where they spot him. Out at the 38, so just a 2-yard gain, and the clock stops with 2:09 to go. BC doesn't have to use a timeout. Big mistake by Toafili.
Massive mistake. You've got to fall down inbounds and keep that clock running. Force Boston College to use a timeout. Really nice job by Azaruko.
The clock restarted. They ruled him out of bounds. The clock is running. We're outside of 2 minutes. Again, the new rule when we're outside of 2 minutes. It stopped, though, for a moment, but on the ready for play, they started. Florida State, though, is going to take it down to about 2 or 3. It still cost the Seminoles some time. They're going to run it on 3rd down and long, and they do not get the 1st down. And a penalty flag comes in, though, late. It was a late flag thrown on the far side at the 40-yard line. Toafili down short of the line to gain by about 3 yards.
Foul. Face mask.
Oh, my goodness.
Defense, number 35. 15-yard penalty on an automatic. 1st down.
In a game that goes beyond explanation in terms of dumb penalties by one team. That's the 18th penalty. You had a chance to get the ball back and win the game with a field goal. Now Florida State just going to run the clock out. Travis backing up and takes a knee to take some more time off the clock. He'll have to snap it one more time, and Florida State's going to escape with a 2-point win. Now, we are showing on our screen that Boston College is out of timeouts.
Timeout. Boston College.
So they must have given BC that timeout back.
Please reset the game clock to 58 seconds.
Because the timeout that was called happened during the face mask, and Jeff Hafley must have pulled it at that point, and they gave it back to him.
From the first 2 games, that's something that's got to get corrected throughout the course of ACC play.
One more snap coming, and that's it. And it was John Pupil, a guy that went to Dartmouth, 60-year player, veterans, played a lot of football. They had Toafili wrapped up 3 yards short of the line to gain. Unnecessary penalty, certainly one of a ton today by BC.
When survive in advance, if you're Mike Norvell in Florida State, big challenge, huge test next week as they go to Clemson, a team that has dominated the ACC for the last decade. And all of a sudden now, it seemed like there was nothing but answers for Florida State, some questions, and I would imagine a lot for Coach Norvell to coach up and teach his team.